Hello, everyone, and welcome to Rival Bros. We are back in action, the show where the shit hits the fan that you just saw that was on the screen. I'm your host, as always, Timuchin over here representing Liverpool. My black sheep brother Edip joining us from Istanbul, representing United. We are back. We missed out on last week. This dude was traveling all over the place. We actually even skipped our regular show in Turkish as well. So we just recorded the Turkish one, so there will be a lot of Turkish probably thrown in here and there. So we'll see how that rolls over here. But how are we doing over there? 3-game winning streak. Is that
Yes,
guy calling and scheduling an hair appointment?
yeah, I think he must be getting quite upset now because if his hair is gone, the celebrity thing will be gone very
Yeah,
very
just another
very
bozo
very
wants to
soon.
get the haircut.
I still don't know, Tim. I really feel the same thing, and I'm sure we'll talk about it. The Fulham game showed that again. The vulnerability is there, but if you look at the table, we are fourth, and nobody would expect us to be there with or without Amorim. I think
Yeah,
at this
because
point.
I think the biggest shocks should obviously are the City and Arsenal games. So, but then again, you even said it that they would probably trip over Fulham. That will be very united because I think both our teams right now are about there where you see the potential. I think this was a great week for Liverpool, for example. Like 10 goals in 2 games, great performances. You see more and more of Ekitike. You see more and more of Wirtz. You see the future Liverpool kind of like evolving. So, but at the same time, you kind of know behind the scenes, not behind the scenes, but in the background, there's some, it's still a fragile balance that can go. But the only way to kind of like get that confidence is keep winning. And as you keep winning, you kind of believe that, hey, something is going to happen and we're going to win at the end. But we'll talk about that because I do want to talk about who's for real and who is not. Obviously, there was the cup game today. Arsenal go to the finals, beating Chelsea. I mean, they beat him 1-0, but that was like literally like the final kick pretty much when Chelsea was going all in. The worst all in I've ever seen, probably. I know I said this in a Spurs City game or something like that a while back, but I mean, I don't know if you watched the end of it, but the
I
last
haven't.
this drives me nuts when Liverpool does it as well. And for God's sake, somebody tell me where. I mean, we actually talked about this even Fenerbahce a couple of weeks ago. Where if you're going to eventually cross the ball anyway, cross the goddamn ball. But they literally passed the ball around in those 5 minutes to the point where the whistle was imminent. They were still passing it backwards, tempting fate. And obviously, Arsenal gets the goal at the end. But I do want to ask about Chelsea and stuff as well. We'll hit the games real quick. Not gonna go game by game this week, but we'll kind of like cruise through. Like I don't think we have to go through the Wolves 0, Bournemouth 2 score because the Wolves ending is almost imminent over here. Okay,
Yeah.
Leeds United 0, Arsenal 4. Um, Obviously, with City losing points afterwards in a really weird way against Tottenham,
Yeah.
Arsenal is now up 6 points. Is it over? Yes or no?
No, but I have told you way before that Arsenal will be getting this year. It's not over yet because we know how Arsenal can trip over
Yes.
at any time, and I know you are expecting Arteta to trip over, but doesn't look like it this year, to be honest. Plus, obviously, Guardiola has its difficulties, and they are not winning. At some point, as you were saying, they were close up in the rear mirror,
Yeah.
and then Arteta had a more chance of tripping over. The stress is coming over, and that sort of thing. But now they know City can trip and are tripping. So I
Constantly.
think they are more confident now. I think that they're going to go from here. The question is, what are they going to do in Europe? I think more than anything else. Of course, it's not over, but it's almost over. Like what you said with the Chelsea game, imminent whistle. and they're still passing backwards.
Yeah, it feels like, I mean, we'll look at it in a little bit, but I think like City has not won in like 3 or something like that. I mean, obviously they lost to you guys,
Yeah,
and now they're playing us at Anfield. So that's another tough matchup for them. And we've already played Arsenal. I mean, Arsenal has ultimately played pretty much everybody except Chelsea, I think, in the top of the
yeah,
table too.
yeah.
So they got that going. Yeah, I hate to say it because it really makes me cringe. I mean, look, death is not an option, but I think I would have rather have City win than Arsenal win because I mean, talk about being unbearable. That fan base definitely is. I don't know if anybody from Arsenal is listening right now, but
Yeah.
you're unbearable if you are. Okay. Brighton won, Everton won. Like I say, we're just gonna keep going over it. Chelsea 3, West Ham 2. West Ham really literally finding ways to lose games now because they were up 2-0 on that one and they kind of blow it. And then you see Chelsea again today, and that has to be a disappointment for them because that was like a trophy they could get to, and really like the main trophy I think they have on the table they can get to. Is Chelsea for real? I mean, I guess the biggest question, and I even put it on the title too, when we look at the top of the table over here, who do you expect to kind of like tumble down a lot easier than others? Is it United? Is it Liverpool? Is it Chelsea? Is it Villa, who lost at
Uh,
home to Brentford?
I have said this before. I don't believe Villa will be there at the end of the day, and they're beginning to slip now. They got they got Abraham, didn't they?
Who?
From Abraham, Tammy Abraham,
Yes.
from Beşiktaş, from Turkey. The last time a Premier League team did that was us getting Weghorst from Beşiktaş, and that
What a
that
great
we know
experiment
we
that
know
was.
we know how that worked out. So I think Villa will be going down. They're more looking at the European thing, hopefully now. And I think they feel it is slipping away from them because that's what we said as well. I don't think Villa will be there. Villa will be fifth or sixth. If there's a fifth team going to the Champions League, I think Villa will be there as a
I mean,
fifth.
it looks almost like a lock. Last time I looked at the
Yeah,
numbers, I mean, the
yeah,
way the English teams are going in the Champions
yeah.
League is crazy. Abdurrahim is in the house. Alaikum salam, sir. Smash the likes and subscribe. Yes, please do. Yes, 2 big games this weekend, actually. I think this United Spurs one is really early again. I was going to suggest a watch along for our new channel, basically coming up, by the way, EPL Across the Pond. So I'll be a part of that as one of the admins over there. So we are starting very very soon over here. I'll shoot the link in a little bit so people can give it a follow, but EPL Across the Pond basically is going to be the channel. Okay, Liverpool 4, Newcastle 1. I mean, I already talked about this a lot obviously on yesterday's
Yeah.
morning and night show, but probably like one of the most impressive performances of the season. I know you said you didn't watch it. I don't know if you even got to see the highlights and stuff like that, but
I did see the highlights only.
yeah, I mean, I don't know if the highlights said a lot. I just kind of like some of the what I like seeing is, like I say, you are seeing the future Liverpool kind of evolve in front of your eyes in terms of some of the partnerships forming, some of the triangles being set on the pitch and stuff like that. You're like, okay, this is going somewhere. And I think that's something that we couldn't say, I don't know, 2 months ago. We didn't know where the hell it was going. But now it
Oh,
feels like it's headed in the right direction.
that is the question again. Whose form is real, isn't it? Uh,
Hmm.
really, I mean, obviously there are sparks there at Liverpool, and I know you have your optimistic glasses on for once for Liverpool and Slot and this squad, but I don't think it's cemented and concrete yet. It's very very vulnerable.
It's the
So
same way, but I mean,
yeah,
it's like United. Like they
yeah,
need to keep winning to kind of establish that. I
yes,
just like the fact that some of the potential is being realized, whether
yeah,
it's from Ekitike, mostly from Veers. I think Ekitike started hot from the get go, but I think especially like you see more and more of Veers in there, and you're like, yeah, we definitely. I mean, you are seeing why the price tag is there, like how he
Yeah,
is on the ball and stuff. It's quite impressive. So yeah,
I
I am
mean,
optimistic. They're like, I mean, Champions League. Obviously, they smashed Carabao, but more than that, it's like how they went in, eliminated, top eight, no next round games. So there's like they have a week like this again too. There's a couple of weeks where they will have no games.
yeah,
Thing is, and I guess I should ask you that too for United. The transfer window was very quiet.
yeah.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Is it quite? I think why it's quite for Liverpool. I mean, we did sign Jacquet, for a lot of money for kind of like a Euro like transfer in that sense, for a young, promising, like really sought after center back. A lot of teams were going after, but no immediate moves.
No,
Everybody translated that into the board not trusting Slot to give more money, but then they went to a roundtable today saying basically it looked like it's pretty much set. So if you were slot out, you're gonna have to hang on for a little bit more over here at least. For United, is it the same thing? They didn't want to give the money to Carrick. Not that he would be. I don't even know who the hell would make the calls. I guess.
I know. I mean, the thing is, Carrick is a caretaker. I don't think, no matter where we finish this season, I don't think they are going to go and say, here are the keys. I'm not seeing that, to be honest. So therefore, I don't think Carrick would want. Uh, he's already trying to establish the squad and sort of uh, take care of things within the squad, within the locker room, and to get the guys going again. Have only one target, isn't
Mhm.
it? To sort of start finish in the first four. Um, I don't think he wants. I wouldn't want another guy in there, another hopeful or anybody
Yeah, I guess.
to sort of get the chemistry bad again and trying to fit him in again as well. Because although, but probably he knows as well, and we've seen that in the Fulham game as well. We have a lot of uh, gaps there in the squad. But I think either the ownership would probably said, well, here you go, you knew the deal, get on with it. And plus he would say, yeah, that's fine.
I
I know
guess
this.
he's like juggling. Last thing you want is somebody throwing another freaking ball in there. Everything is gonna fall on his
Exactly.
head. So I
Yeah.
guess that kind of makes sense. I do think at the same time they're like, hey, I mean, they've done this before with every freaking manager where they spent bazillion dollars only to fire the guy afterwards, and now being stuck with some of the players. And really, there is no, and it seemed you guys are out of everything.
Yeah.
If you get people in, when the hell are these people gonna play? Because it's not like they have a midweek cup game or Europe or anything like that. So
That's
I
true.
guess it makes sense not to add it because there's no rotation. Abdurrahim
we, we
says,
had we
"Go."
had we had a few people going away potentially, like Ugarte to Galatasaray. uh, I think that would be a plan B. If somebody went from there, that would be easier to say we are replacing him.
Well,
um,
I guess that makes sense. Yeah.
but nobody went away. So well, high wages, good contracts. I believe.
Yeah, I mean, where are they gonna go? It's kind of like when we
Yeah.
had Ox. Like we were like, dude, you should really go somewhere and play. It was like, I don't know, I like this.
Yeah,
These
nice,
wages are nice.
nice Manchester
I
weather.
don't know
Yeah.
about that, Abdul Rahim. If you watch the roundtable, and what the funny thing is, people who want slot out are like, this got recorded 2-3 weeks ago, which makes it even worse because that's when things were not as good as now. So if they were on board with slots and it looked like a cohesive unit saying this takes time, we knew it was going to take time 3 weeks ago. Now, like I say, some of the stuff I see now, you would think it would be more about, yeah, see, like you can already see some of the things that would take time, happening. So
Yeah.
I think if anything, it just buys them more time. If Liverpool miss Champions League, I mean, he has another year. He has a year and a half more in his contract. So they were never gonna renew his contract right now. I would be afraid actually that they might have him set as a lame duck next year too, in his final year of his contract. But depends on how this year ends. I mean, I already predicted we're gonna win the Champions League, so all this discussion is moot.
Abdurrahim, you're stuck with him. I'm sorry.
Huh?
You're stuck with him. I'm sorry.
I think
He's
he's
not
staying.
going
I mean,
anywhere. I don't think he should go anywhere. First of
no.
all, I mean, I thought the same thing about Amarim. Stick with the goddamn thing. I mean, if you believed somebody, just sort of carry on believing and not sort of question him all the time. You didn't do this with Klopp, for example.
Yeah.
United keeps doing this for years and years after the Sir, and it doesn't work. We
What's
end up with a
comical is
caretaker.
Liverpool fans are looking at United right now.
Yeah,
And they're saying, look, United is winning. We should fire Slot too. And United's probably the last club you want to look at to get advice. Xavi
exactly.
can't freaking wait. Xavi didn't want to fucking come here. And now he wants to come here because he got shit canned from Real. I am not big on the whole Xavi thing. I think it's a really icky feeling if they fire Slot right now. Maybe in summer, I might have a different tune. But mid-season, it would give me a really icky feeling to bring Xavi over here. And a huge difference, like you're saying with Amarim, is this dude won the title last year. And I don't give a damn whose team it is. Even
Yeah,
if it is Klopp's team, it's Klopp's team that Klopp did not win with. And this guy won the title with that. So it's not even like, oh, it's a process. Trust the process. It's a project. He just freaking won. You're kind of building the future over here. You can kind of tell as you look across the pitch who is going to be on their way. I'm most probably going to leave in the summer. You're going to get some money for him and all that kind of stuff. And, you got to build a future. You can't keep the same guys forever. Which of your managers? That's a good question.
Sorry.
Do you
Okay,
think?
good question.
That is a good question.
If you go back, I mean, apart from Ten Hag, I think, which had the most time, didn't they?
I think it was a standard issue, 2.5 years or 3 years or something for a while.
That was a long time for Ten Hag. But if you go back to Moyes, the first one where the Sir actually asked Old Trafford live on his mic to take care of him. I leave him with you, but that sort of thing. We should have given Moyes more time. First of all, the others, Mourinho's and everything. This is what I believe in Fenerbahce as well, and in business as well. If you believe in something, I think that there's a professor called Kantar, and she has a law. She says everything looks like not successful once you're on the way.
Okay.
So you have to be patient. If you believed something and went on with it, just carry on with it. If you sort of doubt your own decision back there, you'll never get anywhere. So Amorim or anybody else, Ten Hag was a wrong decision anyway. Mourinho was a wrong decision anyway. The German guy.
How do you differentiate between the wrong decision? Because most fans, would argue that that's why, like people want people fired and stuff like that really easily. I just don't understand how people dismiss. And this is why fans don't run clubs, because we dismiss a guy like Abdul Rahim says, love you, man, but come on, like he's clueless with English low block. The guy won the English Premier League last year, and everybody still played the low block. Like everybody says, like he was talking about it like in that round table about how people, when you win 2-0 with the same game, everybody looks at the results. Fans look at the results and say, it's it's a controlled performance. If it's 0-0, it's a boring performance with no attacking and stuff like that. But yes, as like Durham says, but they mentioned, Hogan pretty much said, it's very difficult in this sport to have the patience, but you have to have the patience to be successful. Exactly. But it is difficult because it is result based. But more for fans, not for smart upper management. I think it should be more patience based.
Yeah, I think that's the word there, isn't it? Smart. I don't think any upper management is smart at this point, because they're all affected by the panicky thing. It's like the stock market, isn't it? Somebody starts panic and sell, and however, well, you think, oh, where are those guys selling? Should I sell too? That's the thing. I think, and it's. Football is, I agree, of course, fast and performance based, but the performance depends on how you believe the plan in the first place, how you
Yeah.
stick with your plan. If you keep changing your plan, if you keep changing, I mean, as a person, if you want to do something and 2 weeks passes and nothing happens, I'll try something else. I'll try. Well, get home with it and see where that takes you.
Yes, exactly.
You never get anywhere without the patience. But the thing is, uh, there are reasons why you chose somebody. There are reasons why you chose slot. So you can go back to the drawing table. That was your question, your differentiation, and see why you took that decision. Why it's Arne Slot? Why is Amorim there? Why did you think Amorim would have worked, and
Yeah.
now you think otherwise? Did you do all that sort of, was depending on you, or you were just sort of, you change your plans midway and you just want a quick fix? If you want a quick fix, I'm sorry, this is football, and there's nothing like that. uh, Klopp, how many seasons before he got to
Yeah. I
where
think
you
the
got?
people see that as people don't, like, because that was, he took over crap and he had to build it over time. So I think, but people stuck with it. But you did see improvements, to be
Yeah.
fair. Like, you saw where we were headed, how we were going to play. And he was very good at getting the fans behind the project and stuff like that. But, had some results. You had some signature wins to
Yes.
keep people in and keep pushing the same way. Scotty says the FSG are great. But Bickler had a great point yesterday. Here and there, you have to make a bad deal. Now was that time.
Yeah.
I don't know. As a United fan, you can speak to, is it okay to have a bad deal here and there? Because
Well,
those can
not
linger
not
on
here and
for a
there.
while.
We had bad deals all over the place. So
Everywhere.
the thing is this: it's the same with what we have said. It's the same with the coach, isn't it? If you got a player, Garnacho, for example, is my
Yeah.
example. Why did you think Garnacho would work in United and pay them that? Go back to there. If you just pay them that because you are United and you were asked that money, then of course there is no basis for that's a bad deal.
Yeah.
If you believed in Garnacho, if you looked at him from different angles and made a wise decision,
Mhm.
then you have to stick with that, because uh, that is how you sort of started with it. But if
Yeah.
you're just picking up pieces, we want, it's the same thing with Fenerbahce, isn't it? If you transfer people, if you make deals with the fans set mindset, you will fail all the time.
Yeah.
It's business, obviously, but it's what's on the pitch and what's in the locker room. If you don't like duck,
Yeah.
I mean, you're rather stuck. I mean, if you don't know how he behaves outside of the field, if you don't get him into the United culture, if you don't protect the player against all the shit fan stuff, then these are young people and they are going to fail, and they are failing. But it's way past the time. It's a bad deal here and there with United. It's bad deals all over the place.
Yeah, I guess. But here's the thing, though. I mean, this is why I am very torn on this, because I understand what FSG does and I do respect it, because it clearly works. This team has
Yeah.
consistently been good and consistently have made good moves. It's very few and far between where we were like, yeah, that didn't work out and stuff. So they definitely know what they're doing. So you got to kind of like have some faith with them. I don't agree, and that's why when Bickler was saying that, look, one, not everybody is going to be, not every club in Europe is going to be like, you guys want our best center back? Sure, here. No, that doesn't happen in January. It would be different if it was a summer ordeal. That's for
Correct.
one. So two, they probably had a bunch of people similar to the Jacques guy. If he comes over now, people are going to be all over this 19-year-old, and it's going to be similar to what we always talk about with like Fenerbahce and stuff like that. You're gonna destroy the kids way
And
too
Europe.
soon over there. And I don't. It's always starts from somewhere, right? It's that loose thread on the sock, and then you just keep pulling it, keep pulling it.
Yeah,
So you make a stopgap over there. You make a stopgap. Before you know it, it's United squad. It's full of freaking stopgaps all over the place. And now you're
exactly.
stuck with wages. You're stuck with different bad situations. That stuff compounds. It's not like, I don't know. It's like an addict, right? It's like you can't be like, oh, just this just this once. I'm gonna do it again. I'm not gonna. It doesn't. That shit doesn't work like that. Once you do it, you do it, you do it, you do it. Because yeah, systems. Is he 20? I don't know why I thought it was like 19, but he's a young kid. Throwing in the Premier League was not going to be fair anyway. And honestly, a lot of these guys they probably have scouted. I'm sure Liverpool has a list of guys that they're after and like as center backs, like Leone, for example, the kid they brought, who looked
Yeah.
like Rolls Royce of a kid, but unfortunately got injured in the same freaking game that he looked like it. So it's just unlucky. But I don't know. You have to kind of understand that, especially center back, I think is a tough position. You can throw a guy in midfield. You can get an Ugarte and throw him midfield and say, hey, you know what? At least you'll come in the 60th minutes, run around
Yeah.
a little bit. And when I think center back is a tricky position, goalie is a tricky position, forward is a tricky position to have somebody just to throw in there, like you guys did with Weghorst. I thought Abraham, by the way, would kick ass in Istanbul. I really thought
Well,
so. I
it
even mentioned
depends
it when
on.
they signed it to you that I wouldn't mind it. I mean, mind you, Besiktas is a shitty team right now anyway, but it's not like he was an unstoppable center forward or anything like that. But
No, exactly. That's the thing, isn't it? I mean, if you don't have the rest of the team, this is the same with United, like Scotty was saying. I mean, yes, obviously as a fan, I know, oh, this is a shit one, and then obviously because you're a fan. And we have our character, the Turkish character, the witty character, Nasrettin Hoca, and says
I
so
knew this
you
was
know,
gonna go there
well,
somehow.
Tim knows what I'm talking about. I mean, if sort of you want him to succeed. What if sort of he is a good one, although from the get go. No, he's not going to fit there. I mean, Weghorst was one of them, but
The best
again,
thing is,
uh,
in my head, I'm trying to figure out how I can explain Nasrettin Hoca to people.
yeah, I leave that to you.
It
Yeah,
is
well,
freaking impossible. Because I mean, maybe we should have like a weekly segment where we go through one of his stupid sayings, or like they're
yeah, but
basically like just
we,
tales,
we need
right?
we need a glossary.
Yes,
Like
they're
because
more like a tale more than anything else. They're not like jokes or like sayings or anything. They're more like tales, but he says something witty at the end of every tale that
La
is
Fontaine.
actually like a very thoughtful, big picture thing. The
Yeah,
one you're talking about is the yogurt one, right?
the yogurt one. Yeah.
Yeah, the yogurt one. Okay, this is gonna be really. We're probably gonna lose. Anybody who was watching right now is gonna probably leave. But he's over there. Okay, I would. Yeah, we will have a Nasrettin weekly session. So he's over there. I don't know if he knows how to make yogurt, but he's putting yogurt into the lake, and he's like stirring it up because that's how you normally make yogurt. You put the yeast or whatever, and then it just kind of like gets bigger. So like he's doing it. There's always a guy walking by, right? Who asked Nasrettin what he's doing, and he says like, "What are you doing?" And he says, "I'm trying to make the lake into a yogurt," because he's doing the same thing. And the guy says, "What are you crazy? Like that's never going to work." And Nasrettin says, "But what if it does?" So this is kind of like the transfer thing is like, well, what if it does? It's not gonna. Yeah, it's very like, yeah, I guess there's a chance, but it's very, very unlikely. So Van Gaal was the
Okay.
king of it. Yeah, Van Gaal has got nothing on Nasrettin. Trust me, we'll bring a new
No,
one
exactly.
every week moving on. And yeah, I do worry about that, Abdurrahim, because ACL especially. it takes a year to come back from. The good thing is he's 22, I think, right? He was like he's 20 years old or something like that as well. So he's a young kid, and everybody said that about Van Dijk as well. And now we're kind of seeing signs of like slowing down. But when he came back from injury, he was better than before in some ways. So it really depends on the individual. But yeah, definitely just unlucky. Just feel really bad for the kid. He gets
Come
his
to
chance to.
Fenerbahçe.
Yeah, come to Fenerbahce is what's going to happen at the end. Okay, let's rush through the rest. I mean, obviously, Villa, Brentford, we addressed. That's going to be interesting to see how Villa keeps going as they continue in Europe, where their focus is more going to be on the midweek game as opposed to the weekend game.
They
Not to
they
mention they're
weren't
gonna be
they
playing.
weren't they weren't up to their best in Kadıköy when they
No, correct.
played Fenerbahçe. They won in any case, but they weren't at their best, and obviously Brentford took advantage of that. I don't know if it's a temporary fall of form, or like I say, they will be slipping away at some points.
I think so too. There's a gap there, but that's just 2 games. So if they lose to one of the big boys, automatically that's like a 6-pointer, if you will. United 3, Fulham 2. We kind of like touched up on it, but it's 2-0. Looks like, I mean, Liverpool has a bunch of these games this year, unfortunately. 2-0 up, you're like, all right, this is gonna be a cruise. And then suddenly becomes 2-1, and the moment is 2-1, legs start shaking, it becomes 2-2. But then United get the goal to make it 3-2. I mean, ridiculous defensive error. I only watched the highlights. I did not watch the game on this one. But, I mean, do you see a huge difference in the way the team plays?
I wrote you. This is the second time I'm watching a very close United game at the airport. I was in Vienna with the Burnley game, and I shouted, and I was with my son Tuna, and he's so quiet. And sort of, the same thing happened here as well. I was in the Amsterdam airport, and I was really sort of into it. Really sad to see that go, because I wrote you. I guess you were sleeping or something like that. This is like after 2-0, we always look like in control. This is the real deal sort of thing, because we had a very comfortable lead, very good passing, still getting hold of the game altogether. We didn't sort of let go. But we had another scare, and that didn't count or something like that in the first half.
Yes,
and then
that was close too.
Yeah, we had the penalty, and that's after that we were like shaking all over the place. Suddenly, the other team just went away, and a bunch of kids just got there and sort of fighting for life, and that was bound to happen because it's United, and I support them. Kevin's goal was a beauty, like the Rodgers goal at the Villa game. I mean,
yes.
All the opponents are scoring beautiful goals against United, but then when they saw that, just immediately the game changed. We scored, and we went back again to being sort of 16-year-old kids. And the last 10 minutes, I mean, if you saw them, if you looked at that, you would say Fulham was in control all the time, because we were kicking away where there was nobody, like
just
from
panic.
half of the half. So that was ridiculous, and I think that shows you how vulnerable the team is, how the confidence is very, very sort of easily breakable. So, well, I'm happy for the win, but the gap is still there. You don't have that cool head.
That's what I was going to ask you, just to give you a scare and put a little doubt in your head over there. Does that also mean that this is slightly a new manager bounce on one poor result? Things will go back to the last days of Amorim?
No, I don't think so, because we've seen the same thing with Amorim. I think it's in this team. I was telling
back
you
to the up and down as opposed to the win-win-win.
No. But what I was saying was sort of this was the same with the Burnley game. I was telling you then the signs this year, this team, this locker room, let's say, regardless of the manager, uh, they fight back. Unlike some of the Ten Hag's teams, which sort of when they conceded, they lost it altogether. They were always
Yeah,
coming back.
but I
Uh,
almost
if,
feel
if,
like when you win, there is that "oh, we can do this again" thing. But when you start up and down, it just basically is like, it's one of those days when we're down. Oh, it's one of those days we're up, kind of a thing. I feel like that's kind of like the phase Liverpool is in a little bit as
yeah,
well.
but you have to remember this game, Fulham game, came right after two great wins.
Yes.
So they started this game very, very confidently, and it showed. And we were sort of
That's why I
we were
actually thought this was in some way. You thought the same thing. It could be a trap game because you're
yeah,
like, oh, we
yeah.
beat City and Arsenal. We can easily beat Fulham, kind of a thing.
And it was right on that moment where the penalty is. It went back to what are we doing here, like sort of thing,
Yes.
because they knew exactly what they were doing from the beginning of the game, and some beautiful football was played. But I think Carrick's most difficult challenge is to change this mindset, because Amorim couldn't. But there's a spark there still, that this team doesn't want to lose, and they know they can come back, and they have done
Hard to
this.
do that though, man, because knowing you're probably gone in 3 months.
I don't know. We're still
You just
fourth.
said there's no way he's staying.
Who, Carrick's?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think he's a club legend, isn't he? I mean,
No,
he's
but
not
I'm just
there
saying
for
in terms
the.
of changing the
He's
mindset.
not somebody there to take care of the business. He's part of the culture now, and that's why he's there, isn't he? I mean, Carrick
That's why
is
what
there.
Ole was there too.
Yeah.
Well, we know how that panned.
It's not. I don't think it's the same. I mean, what I
I think Ole
believe.
was looked at the time at least a bit more permanent, as opposed to Carrick is
Yeah,
very
but
clearly interim.
yeah, but the thing is, yeah, exactly. I mean, I think what Scotty's question was. I mean, the the most time we had to give was David Moyes, because I believe that Manchester United should be managed by somebody from the island, not a foreigner.
I don't know. I always feel like Moyes is built for an Everton, a West Ham, a Villa, a team.
Yeah,
Not to
I
insult
mean,
those teams, but it's not the very very top, but right below. Because the moments, I don't know. That's why I thought he got exposed. For example, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like it became apparent that you're not ready for this, dude. Like you're good, but you're not this good, kind of
yeah.
a thing. Or I think it's almost like it's a lot easier sometimes when these guys like Amarim and Slot and stuff coming from different leagues, so that they're not tied with what they did, because people can evaluate them then as much. You're like, you did
That's
this
correct.
over there, kind of a deal.
But who would you pick if you were going for a championship? Somebody English or British? There's nobody there. Like they're all
What do you mean?
like who?
If I had to pick somebody English or British,
Yeah.
why do I have to pick somebody English or British? Just for shits and giggles, you're saying?
Yeah, well, I don't know. They're out of the European thing, and they said no, you can only have British managers.
Yikes!
There is who?
I mean, yikes! Inspector
Yikes, oh,
Gadget.
yeah.
I have no idea. I mean, I don't.
There's nobody. That's why I'm saying
But I mean,
all
that's
the
like,
British, all the
that makes no
British
sense
ones.
because he's the best of the worst.
I think so.
So why do you think that is that English managers don't succeed?
Well, it's all the foreigners coming here and getting our jobs, isn't it?
I think it's partially because most of the players are not English.
I know, maybe because all the Sam Allardyces and David Moyes and Sean Dyches and that sort of thing, they're all for teams that play defense and not, as you say, the top, like the Evertons
Yeah.
or the Burnleys or the West Hams. I don't think they are giving enough chance.
I don't think it's a race thing, but I think the fact that they're mostly foreign, I don't know. I don't know if you find this. I definitely do. Um, as when I never did when I was going to school, international schools growing up. Like we were in a year, and I was in a year. Like went to school in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah,
Uh, went to London for 2 years, where it was like an international school. Came over here. I feel like somebody like that, it's a lot easier. I feel like it gets ingrained in you. And I did not realize this till I went into management, where some stuff comes really natural to you that you understand not everybody is the same. And you have to treat
no,
this guy this way, this guy this way. It could be cultural, it could be whatever it is, right? You're kind of like going like this stuff, this stuff, this stuff. And I feel like that's why the foreign managers have that advantage, because you're coming in and you can kind of treat everybody that way. Whereas I think, not to mention, there's a little bit of that English arrogance that we're like, this is our game, this is how we do it, kind of a thing. It's like, not
yeah,
anymore, buddy boy. This is how we're doing it now, kind of a thing. But
yeah.
South Asian Scouser says deep inside Edipon Southgate. He's
Good
the
one.
best thing of that stuff. Or you guys will be defending every goddamn game. Yeah, so
Good
you want
one.
Southgate
Good
then.
one. Good one. No, no, I don't actually. To be honest.
Oh damn,
But
boo. Almost made it
but
happen there.
but
Almost
but
made it
but
happen.
the thing is, to the last question, Tim, you didn't have get Southgate up your sleeve. You didn't say get Southgate. You
No.
just said yikes.
Yeah, I mean, because I don't, but I know
There
for
you
a
go.
long
Yeah,
time
yeah.
your ownership admired and talked to Southgate.
Yes, I
So
know.
it's still a very big possibility, buddy boy.
I
So
know,
I
I know,
wouldn't
I
dis
know, I know, I know. So yeah, well, I know, I'm not admitting it, but I am afraid of it. I admit, I am afraid of it.
Okay, Forest won, Palace won, Sunderland wins again, and then the City Tottenham game, we talked about it briefly. We talked a lot about City, I should say, not about Tottenham, because I think Tottenham is potluck. It's a fun game to watch, but
It was.
it's become that Brentford team of the last few seasons. But they're a fun team to watch because you never know which way it's going to go. It's going to be high scoring. It's going to be open, obnoxious.
Correct.
So that's the kind of game that you guys are looking at this week. So let's look at this week now, and We'll go with the two games first, then we'll pick our upsets. United, Tottenham. Well, I just told you everything you need to know about Tottenham, and United is just as unpredictable. And I just saw that this game is 6:30 my time, so you can bin that live watch along concept, because I'm not waking up for that shit. Who
No,
wins?
I will be up because it's 3:30
Yeah,
in
it's
the
gonna be
afternoon.
3:30 in the afternoon for you. Yeah.
Hopefully I will be up by then. Um,
Depends on how Friday night goes. Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Who wins?
Yeah, I don't know if you're the hair guy, you illit guy. You would be rooting for United or
He's
just a
rooting for
draw.
Spurs. Come on, man. He's just
I
gonna
think
be
that
a negative bozo like you who roots for Uniteds. I mean, really. Who's
no,
gonna care about that guy afterwards? He's gonna
exactly.
be
I
going around.
know.
He's like, I'm that guy, and you're gonna be like, yeah, right.
Yeah, well, yeah, right, yeah. Um, that's a difficult game. I think I'm afraid uh, it might be going down for a draw. To be honest.
Like a high scoring draw, 2-2 or something
Yeah,
like that is what
yeah,
I'm expecting.
I think so. But let's see how the guys sort of react from the Fulham scare, because that was a scare. But we know we can compete, like Amarim said, we can compete with any team in the Premier League, which you have to be because you are part of the league. So that's a silly thing to say.
Europa League
So
finals will be terrific. Yes, there is always somebody worse off than you, says Spencer.
yeah,
4:30 in the
for
morning.
30, that
Spencer,
is
if
like
you are going to do it, I will do a live watch along you. But you better be freaking waking up at 4:30 if I do it over here. Baby Gerald Miller Wick coming off in the ring. No, I did not actually. But
neither did I.
I will freaking that guy has to be rooting for Spurs. There's no way. Liverpool City. What happens there?
That's another draw.
You think so?
Yeah, I don't think you have enough strength to beat them. I don't think they have enough strength to beat you at Anfield. So I think that's a draw. 1-1.
I worry defensively. That would be a lot more high scoring, I think, than 1-1. And
Really?
their defense is very shaky as well. So I kind of
Yeah.
see, I think both attacks have an advantage over the other one. I just worry that, how we're going to stop either Semenyo or Doku or whatever with Soboslai as your right back. That's
That
probably
the
my
thing
worry.
is,
I can see this
if you
as well.
score early, I mean, whoever scores early, I think will have an advantage. So
No, it
that's
won't be
why I
us in
think.
most cases. So
Yeah, I know, but that's the thing. I think both managers know that, and they will be starting very very cautiously. That's why I'm not seeing a high scoring game. We'll see that. We'll talk about next week.
that's possible. Yeah, I mean, I see it as like a 2-2, 3-2 as well. But hold on, I
Okay.
just lost the schedule over here, so let's try to get to that. So you can pick your upsets for the week over here. We can do Friday. There's a game on Friday as well, isn't it?
Upsets. Did you
Excuse
say
me.
upsets? Did you say upsets? So I can pick two.
No, stop cheating. We're doing one. I don't know what this freaking started from. Like, just so that you can get something right. We're doing this now. I don't understand this. Okay,
I always
here
get
we
it
go
right.
with the
Okay,
games.
let's go.
Okay, more matches. God damn, it took a while. Okay, here we go. Here we are.
So, is
Uh,
City winning at Anfield is that an upset?
Not really. I don't think so. Is it?
No. Okay, I don't think so.
Leeds United. I because I don't think Tottenham winning at United's. I don't know. Maybe look at standings and you can say that's an upset, but like I would not count that as a huge upset or anything like that
No,
either.
that's the
Leeds
thing, isn't it? That's the thing
Forest.
with United. That's because you want them to lose.
But you think Manchester United are favorites in that game just because of
Oh yeah,
form?
definitely,
Just because of
definitely.
the form.
It's because of the rankings there. Because we have to stick to the fourth.
Okay, then City is second. So if you look at our rankings, how is City an upset? You just you just contradicted yourself, which I'm
No, no,
used to.
no.
The audience is not.
I didn't say City was an upset.
Oh, I
I,
thought you
I,
were asking
I
like
asked, can I pick City
no,
as
you
an
can't. Leeds United, Forest, Fulham, Everton, Burnley, West Ham, Arsenal, Sunderland. That's a juicy one. Wolves, Chelsea, Bournemouth, Villa, Newcastle, Brentford, Brighton, Palace.
So I'm going for Sunderland this
Oh, we
week.
had like
A
an
draw.
offset pick video, didn't we? I can't find it
Yeah,
now.
I think they drew. Uh, did they draw? Because they
Who
were
you picking?
winning
I'm
there.
sorry.
Sunderland, Arsenal. The other fixture at
I
Sunderland.
think so. Was it 0-0, 1-1,
No, no,
something
no.
like that?
They were winning. I watched that game, and Arsenal, I think, scored. Jesus scored at the very very last second.
Um,
2-2. That sort of thing. Because they were
yes,
winning.
it is 2-2. Actually,
2-2.
Sunderland scored in the last minute.
Ah, okay. So Sunderland was up, and then Arsenal was up, and then
Yeah,
Sunderland drew. So I think
yeah.
I'm expecting another similar one there. So Sunderland, I'm picking as my upset.
I'm taking Wolves.
Wolves will be beating Chelsea. You say?
Oh, do they have to beat them? We're saying take something out of it would be an upset,
All
wouldn't
right,
it?
a draw would be an upset for Chelsea. Correct.
Wouldn't it
Yeah,
be?
I
Yeah,
would give you that,
I'm
but I
going
don't
with
think that will
Wolves.
work.
Do you want to
I
pick a
don't.
backup? Because I can kind of already tell that you want like something to lean on over there. So do you want something else?
I'm not sure. Burnley, West Ham. That's a very good game, isn't it? I think
Is it?
that's well a good game as far as the rankings
I
are
mean, it's an
concerned.
important game. I wouldn't call it a good game, but yeah, I know what you mean.
Good
In
game
terms
to
of
watch.
like in terms of like both teams, I think going back to I think Spencer was saying like both teams needing a result kind
Yeah.
of a deal, but
All the other games, I think Brentford would be an upset winning at Newcastle because of that. I don't think Newcastle will slip the same way twice, and I don't think Brentford would get out of there.
Actually, those are two great games to watch. I feel like Bournemouth, Villa, and Newcastle,
Yeah.
Brentford. I think are good games to watch.
What's the upset in Bournemouth Villa then?
I would think still Bournemouth is probably the upset.
Bournemouth getting something or Bournemouth winning?
Bournemouth winning, I think, would be an upset. I know what people in the chat think, but I would take that as an
No.
upset.
I would.
I think
If
Villa
you take,
losing twice back to back would be in that
I think
sense.
they will be. So that is my backup.
You going with Bournemouth?
Yeah.
Damn. Let's see here.
So you
West
didn't
Ham is
pick
not
any
going to do
any
jack.
yet, did you? You didn't
Excuse
pick
me?
any. You
No, I
didn't
picked
pick
Wolves.
any.
Remember?
All right. Okay.
Pay attention, dang it. No,
There you go.
I did Wolves. I don't trust
City.
Palace anymore. Forest gets something on Friday.
Is that an upset?
I think it is. It's at Leeds. Tough place to go to. I think they get something out of that game. They get
Okay.
These are the backups anyway. The main
Yeah, the
ones were you pick Sunderland to get something out of Arsenal, which would not be good for Liverpool, really opening that door for City to run through
Yeah.
at Anfield afterwards. I'm like predicting a much more, if I would be more worried, I think if it was at Etihad, I think being at Liverpool, the crowd will really be into it on top of, following these last two games and stuff. So we'll see where we're at.
A very, very good week, actually, doesn't it?
It is a good week. Like I say,
Yeah.
I'm not waking up. I don't know if Spencer's waking up at 4:30, but I sure am not waking up at.
No, I'll wake you up if you want me to.
That's why the phone is on silent. Okay, well, that'll be it for us this week. Have a great week, everybody. Thanks for joining us. If you have not done so, please hit that thumbs up. I will be back tomorrow in less than 9 hours. Actually, Spencer says, hell no. I'll be back with Audrey in the morning. We'll talk a lot about this round table thing. A lot of good quotes coming up out of that. So I do want to get everybody's feedback on that one. But have a great evening, people. We'll see you guys soon. Take care.